This is not going to be a regular tortilla. It's thicker, has more texture, and is infinitely better than anything you'd buy at the store. It's also not exactly traditional, but you'd have a solid base for your tacos, quesadillas, and burritos. The best part is, it's only 5 ingredients and takes about 20 minutes to make.
In a bowl, add 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, and mix everything together with a whisk. Now add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil and mix it together using your hands. Mix it well because what you're trying to do is to create an even and grainy texture. Add a cup of warm water and start mixing it in by hand until it comes together as a dough ball. Now you may start the process of kneading it until it becomes smooth and kinda stretchy. At first it may seem as if you have too much flour, but just trust the process. Once it's smooth, shape it into a ball and cover it with a damp kitchen towel for 10 minutes. For burritos and quesadillas, I suggest dividing it into 4 equal parts and 8 if you're looking to make tacos. Roll the divisions up into smaller balls, and any extra ones that you're not going to use, you can wrap them up in parchment paper and freeze them in a freezer bag. The reason I wrap them is to prevent them from sticking together during the freezing process. When you're ready to use them, you can just take them out of the freezer to thaw, and when they're at room temperature, you can use them like normal. With our tortillas done, we may as well get some chicken going as well. So let's zoom through that. Cut 2 pounds of chicken thighs into bite-sized pieces. Add salt, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and mix it together well. Add your favorite high temperature oil to a pan over medium-high heat. It can be vegetable, almond, avocado oil, just no olive oil. Add some diced red onions and cook them until they caramelize a bit. Dice a couple cloves of garlic and add them in. And then start adding the chicken. After browning it a bit, add some green peppers. Then when the peppers start to soften, add about 2 cups of homemade or your favorite store-bought salsa. Next, you're going to add some thyme, ideally tied with some butcher's twine so you can remove the stems after. Cover the pan and leave it simmering over low heat for about 20 to 30 minutes. Feel free to add some black pepper and red pepper flakes to taste. Turn the heat off and add maybe about a half bundle of chopped cilantro. After mixing the cilantro in, the chicken is basically done. Quick, fast, and easy. During the time the chicken is simmering, you can also quickly make some cilantro rice. Add some olive oil to a pan over medium heat. Then add about a cup of washed rice until it starts to get brown and toasted. Add some diced garlic, then a cup of water, and finally the juices of a can of pinto beans. When it's just about starting to boil, cover the pan and reduce the heat to low. After about 15 minutes, your rice should be looking like this. Turn the heat off and keep it covered for another 10 minutes. After that, add a cup of chopped cilantro. Fluff everything with a fork. Then add 3 tablespoons of lime juice and give everything its final fluff. After that, you should be left with fully cooked, free-flowing, non-sticky cilantro rice. With the rice and the chicken completed, let's get back to our tortillas and bring everything together. Start by dusting your countertop with some flour. Then place the dough ball and slightly flatten it with the palm of your hand. Get a rolling pin and start rolling it flat while continuously flipping it with a quarter turn. These quarter turn flips are very important in helping you maintain a circular shape. Preheat a comal or tawa over medium-high heat. Then apply a thin layer of vegetable oil over the surface. Carefully place your tortilla down and try to not burn your fingers in the process. When air pockets start to form on the surface, carefully flip it over onto the other side. Leave it for another 30 seconds or so. Remove it from the heat, let it cool, and you can now use your tortilla for whatever you choose.